Hi, this is Simon Leung back with Groove at any time. Thank you very much for joining us on this show. As you know, we are here and we're on literally, it could be at any time. So make sure that you are subscribed or liked or followed our pages across all of our social media so that you are notified whenever we are on live. And you can also catch the replay, of course, if just so happens you missed it, it's in the middle of the night, you are sleeping, or whatever else. Now, I've been gone for the past couple of days, and that's because we've been planning a lot of really cool things for you, and we've been busy. We've been doing a lot of great preparation, and today, as you can see from the title of this video, it is the big day. So what is this big day? Well, first of all, first and foremost, a happy Wednesday to all of you, or most of you. If you happen to be in the Pacific time zone, then maybe it's just about 15 or 14 minutes away before it's Wednesday for you, but you get the idea. However, why am I wishing you a happy Wednesday? Because it's not just any regular Wednesday. What do I mean by that? It's actually a very special Wednesday. In fact, it is the big day. Why? I will tell you more in just a moment. But if you are here and if you are live, do me a huge favor, leave a comment, say hi. Let me know where you're watching me from and what time it is, where you are right now, because we simply cannot get enough of you saying hi and interacting, and make sure that you engage with us because we do all these fun things all of the time, and we want to make sure that you're here. We want to make sure that you're active with us, and we want to make sure that you are being seen, acknowledged, and recognized all the same. So please do so. Say hi, leave a comment, let me know that you're watching and where you're from. We are starting to see some of you come in. Darcy is saying hi, a very big hi to you as well. Happy Tuesday for 13 more minutes. I guess that you are in the PST time zone. In 13 minutes, you will join the rest of us who are all celebrating a very big Wednesday. So very soon, that'll happen to you as well. Darcy is letting the cat out of the bag a little bit too early. Actually, if you read the description of this video, the cat is already out of the bag. We definitely do have a state of the Groovion later on today. I'll tell you more about what we mean by this if you don't know in just a moment. We have Steven saying hi. Happy Wednesday to you as well. Susanna, good morning from Geneva, getting up 9 a.m. A very good morning to you. We also have Hiba. Good morning from Mary Owen, Germany. Good to see you. Stephen is from Kenya, 10:50 a.m. A very good morning to you. Susanna is saying yay. Hi from normally sunny Vegas, but it's 11:47 p.m., so it's dark right now. Yep. Wednesday is just about to start for you, so very exciting. Almost 9 a.m. Good morning to you. We have Lux Mass. Hi from Lublin, Poland. Good to see you as well. Happy hump day, says Karen. And we have another Facebook user saying hi, Simon. I think many of us, we should know by now that we should be going to streamyard.com/Facebook. But from what I've been hearing from some of our friends, we also know that sometimes it doesn't work for all of us. So unfortunately, if that's the case, maybe you can put your name in parentheses so that I know who I am talking to. With Javier Garcia saying hello indeed. Anytime, anytime indeed. Yes, definitely at any given time. I'm still feeling a little bit under the weather, so that's why I'm on a little bit late today. But regardless, I'm glad we call this Groove at any time, because that allows me the flexibility to go on any time and on any day as well. Karen is from Alexandria, Virginia. I believe VA stands for Virginia. I've been to Alexandria probably, I think, once. It was also coincided with my trip to DC, if I remember correctly. So definitely, this was probably 20 years ago. I feel so old, but regardless, we have Graham sorry if I mispronounced your name, from Australia. Maybe if you can send me a message and do a little voice thing, let me know how I can pronounce your name correctly, because I want to be respectful in that matter. And I see your name all the time. I want to make sure that Mr. Jerry, that we're able to go ahead and address you by your proper name with the proper enunciation. With AJ saying hi, good afternoon. 13:19, which is 1:19 p.m. in India. Good to see you as well. We have Victoria, 11:48 p.m. in the US. Very good to see you. Darcy saying hi to one another. John Garcia's cousin, because I believe you have the same last name. I'm not sure if you're really cousins, but maybe that was a joke from Darcy. AJ is saying, hey, Simon, good afternoon from India. 13:20, which is 1:20 p.m. as we say it in India. Good to see you. Good afternoon as well. When are you coming to Vegas? I want to come to Vegas as well. I want to visit you. I want to visit Donna. I want to visit all the cool casinos, and I want to visit all the great fun things that I have been able to experience in Vegas in the 25 years that I lived in the US. Definitely lots of fun times in Vegas, but we're not going to say anything more about that, because what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. And so we're just going to have to create new memories. Okay, so very cool. Thank you very much. 5:55 p.m. Mr. Jerry saying it's correct. I actually don't even remember how I originally pronounced your name, but thank you very much for letting me know. Regardless, for all of you who are just joining in and coming in, please continue to say hi. Please continue to comment. We always want to say hi to you as much as possible. But let's move on a little bit in regards to what we're talking about today. Yes, it is Wednesday. And for those of you in Vegas or in later on time zones, it'll be 8 more minutes before you join us on Wednesday. But it's not just any ordinary Wednesday. Normally, a Wednesday is in the middle of the week. Today is actually interesting because for many of us, especially for those of us who are in the US or influenced or associated with US companies, we're actually approaching the end of the week already. Why? Because November is quite unique, isn't it? This time for Wednesday, it is the last Wednesday of November. It's the day before Thanksgiving. It's also 2 days before Black Friday, which I believe is something that is celebrated all around the world, unlike Thanksgiving, which is usually associated with the US. But not only that, we're only a few days away from December. And when December hits, we're only 4 weeks before the end of the year, which means that there's only 4 weeks left. There's only about a month left before we can ring in 2021. Many people are excited to ring in that new year, especially this year. However, I would still go as far as to say that if you want to make 2021 better, you still need to make sure that you take the action, that you are a part and a more active part of this Groove community so that you can take advantage of everything that is going on right here, right now, to ensure that you are setting the pace for the path to ensure 2021 becomes absolutely amazing and spectacular for all of you. And that, by the way, it doesn't start today, it continues today based off of everything that we've been doing all year round already, right here, right now. That marks its path and that sets its way for what is happening today. This day on Wednesday, it's a very special Groove day, especially if you are on US time. Why is that? Because today, as we mentioned in the description of this live stream, it's a double header extravaganza for the Groove community. First and foremost, this is the most exciting of all. Mike Filsaime himself is going to have his quarterly State of the Groovion address, which means that once every 2 or 3 months, usually he gets in front of the camera for all of us. Normally, this happens during Groove Digital Presents, which happens every Friday. But as we mentioned, today is a very special Wednesday, isn't it? It's a very special week because it's a short week. This means that on Friday, we don't have anything planned right now, but at any time we could do this live show or maybe some other things. Who knows? Regardless, this is the day where you will get your quarterly big announcements, big updates from Mr. Mike Filsaime himself. And usually every single quarter, this is the day that we sit back, we make sure that everything is set aside. We leave our schedules open for at least 1.5 hours or so when Mike Filsaime is going to be talking about what is coming up next. And we sit back, we have our popcorns ready. It's like watching a movie, and we get very excited about what is going to happen during this live show. So make sure that at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay, that's today, Wednesday, at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Do the math wherever you happen to be in the world. Make sure that you're up and around for it. Don't miss it. It's going to be 2 a.m. for me. And I see this in the comments a lot. Oh, I cannot stay up for all these David Lemon trainings. I can't stay up for these, digital presents and everything else because it's in the middle of the night for me. And well, guess what? For me, it's also the middle of the night. It's going to be 2 a.m., but I am going to be awake. I am going to be there, and I am going to be watching it live, just like all of you, with popcorn ready, with my late night snack, because it's going to be exciting, even more exciting than watching a movie, because this directly relates to every single one of us. So yes, it's going to be late. I will be there. As they say, if you want it, you'll find a way. If you don't want it, you'll find an excuse. Don't make an excuse, because this is going to be an exciting announcement. The last Groovion of the year of 2020. You're going to want to be there. You're going to want to be there live so that you can interact and be excited with everyone else. And you will be there at the edge of your seats as things are happening, as things are announced. Don't be the person who finds out things, hours and hours and hours after they happen, especially with the state of the Groovion. You're going to want to be there live as it happens. Okay, so again, it will be the final scheduled state of the Groovion of the year. We will have new announcements. Mike will be making them. He'll be talking about future developments. We'll be talking about upcoming products and features. Everything that the Groove team has planned for you, it is absolutely not to be missed. Okay, so before we talk about the second extravaganza, we're going to be saying hi once again to some of you who are finally joining us. As they say, it is better late than never. I know that we are basically on at any time, so it is expected that many of you are not coming in at the time that we start. However, it's always great to see many of you coming in as we continue. Okay, so Darcy is saying, Simon Leung, you can catch our joke about Javier Garcia's relation to John Garcia in last week's Groove Card Challenge training. I will do that. Thank you very much. There is so much content that we are getting every single week. I definitely need to catch up on all the great content. Thank you for the heads up, Darcy. Let's go ahead and make sure that we watch that as well. Javier is saying hi to Darcy. We have Umar from Pakistan, 12:53 p.m. A very good afternoon to you as well. Darcy is saying Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, Sofa Sunday, Cyber Monday, Giving Tuesday, and whatever Wednesday, whatever any day, every day can be a groove day. Okay, so of course, there's always reasons that we can come up with to celebrate. You come up with your own reasons. It's your life, it's your schedule, it's your calendar. Just make every day a special day for you as well. 6 minutes till double header or double header day. Yes, absolutely. We got Alan joining us from the Philippines. Very good to see you as well. Groove anytime, all the time. Yes, indeedy. We got the other side of the card saying, everyone, give this a like. Yes, please do. Give this a like. Give this a love, regardless of where you might be watching us, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Twitch, whether it's anywhere else like YouTube. This is the place for you to interact with us as much as possible. And we absolutely appreciate it if you can add in those engagement, including the likes and the reactions. Darcy is saying, LOL, newbie, I set aside 3 hours if Mike is presenting. Yep. He can definitely go off on a lot of different tangents, especially if he's excited, especially if today maybe it is in fact the very last Groovion of the entire year. We should definitely set more than 90 minutes or even 2 hours because he can go on for a very long time. Okay, and then Darcy is saying, I woke for 3 a.m. Well, I woke at 3:17 a.m. for the original Groovathon, which is when I originally met the incredible, well, not so incredible, but thank you for the thank you for the compliment, Darcy. I believe that was the first time that we connected as well. So very cool. I believe we also met a lot of really incredible people as well. So the Groovathon is definitely something that is not to be missed as well. Make sure you go back to our YouTube channel, catch all of the replays that are available over there. And of course, if you're an upgraded member, stay tuned for a lot of the bonuses coming up in regards to the Groovathon. Karen is asking if there's any hints to what? If you can be so kind as to ask your questions in full, we would be more than happy to answer them if we are a little bit more familiar with what you're asking. And then Orphan is saying, for real. Yes, we are for real. Thank you very much. Jessica is saying, hi, Simon, 57 p.m. in Sydney. Thank you very much for joining us in Sydney. A good evening to you. It's great that you're also interacting with one another. It's awesome that you are answering each other's questions as well. Where else are you currently streaming right now? Right now, we're on Twitch, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook in our pages, as well as in our groups across multiple of them. So it would be awesome if you can join us wherever you might be. Okay, Jessica is saying, hey, everybody watching live or on the replay, let us know. Umar is saying, please don't surprise us today by announcing your ending lifetime offer. Well, it's actually not a surprise in terms of the lifetime offer. We already know that it's not going to be around forever. And even though the date is not yet set in stone, or maybe it will be, by the time that the Groovion comes on, you should also be prepared that the lifetime offer will be ending at some point in the future. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, hopefully not even by the end of the year, but be prepared that it will not last forever. Okay, John Gates is saying, great to be at a friendly time today. Perhaps maybe it's a friendly time to you, but for some people it is the middle of the night. That's why we're on at any time, because regardless of where you might be, it would be a friendly and an unfriendly time for almost everybody within our community, within anybody within our group, simply because we are a global community. 7 p.m. from Melbourne, says Deborah. Great, welcome to join us. Darcy is sharing with you our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/groove digital. Thank you very much for doing that. And then we have Karen saying, any hints about Mike's announcements today? I think the hint was that Mike will be talking about future developments, upcoming products, and everything that the Groove team has planned for you. So make sure that you join. As far as I am concerned, I think we want to make sure that whatever announcements that we have, they come directly from Mike's mouth so that we don't let the cat out of the bag too early. Okay, and then we have the other side of the card at 7:01, whether it's AM or it's PM. Thank you very much for joining us. Australia, okay, in Victoria. And then Darcy is saying hi to Jessica. Hello from India. Mark is saying, hi, Simon. Great to be watching your presentation today. Watching from London, 8:03 a.m. A very great morning to you. Thanks for all the amazing training and mentoring. You're very welcome. And thank you for sharing your morning with us bright and early. Stephen is saying, if you're committed, you'll stay awake at whatever time. Many people stayed awake for 24 hours. I don't recommend it because it's not healthy. During the Groovathon, that was exactly what they did. 24 hours a day. They slept in front of their computers. They slept with their phones or their tablet devices in their hands. Of course, we want to make sure that you have adequate rest So we're not going to be doing that groovathon for a while, but at the same time, we do want to make sure that you are well rested. But at the same time, if there are exciting things that are happening, for example, 2 a.m. my time in the middle of the night, that means that I'm going to take a nap at some point during the day so that I can be up for it. Darcy is saying 12:03 a.m. You're caught up. Welcome to Wednesday. And we have another Facebook user who is saying hi from India. Great. So we just talked about the amazing state of the Groovion that will be happening at 1 p.m. Eastern time. That is Groove Extravaganza number 1. What is Groove Extravaganza number 2? On the exact same day, right after the 1 p.m. Eastern, hopefully it doesn't go on too late, because by 8 p.m., we're going to have the official Groove Funnels live webinar. Now, we did launch this last week. Probably not too many of us were able to know about it. Not everybody were caught up with the Groove at Anytime shows, and not everybody really caught wind of the actual announcement. But if you're here right now, it's been a week since we've launched it. You should know that we're planning on doing this every single week for the next foreseeable next few weeks, because we want this to be a huge way for you to also assist you with your affiliate marketing promotions. Now, here's the thing. This will happen at 8 p.m. Eastern time. For me, it's going to be 9 a.m. my time, which isn't going to be much time right after the Groovion. But as they say, again, if you want it, you'll find a way. Or if you don't want it, you'll find an excuse, right? So for me, obviously, I have to be there because I'm going to be the one who's going to be doing the presentation. So if somehow you found the link, somehow you got the email, somehow you saw the page and it comes from Mike Filsaime as the name, and you're thinking that Mike is actually going to be doing that presentation as well, I don't want you to be disappointed. I know, whenever it is that I come on, maybe you will be a little bit disappointed. And I cry about that every single day. I cry myself to sleep every single night just thinking about the disappointment that I have going on for you. But just to let you know, it is all because of the GoToWebinar system. He is the organizer. It's his name. It's his account. The entire account is under Mike Filsaime. So that's why the emails are going to come as Mike Filsaime. But just so that you know, I will be the one who will be doing these presentations. And at 8 p.m. Eastern time, which is 9 a.m. my time, I will be live on the air. It's going to be very early for me, but I will be ready because I want to give the best possible presentation for all of you. So if you're new, you don't know what we're talking about, this is what the Groove Funnels live webinar actually is. It's going to be 2 hours, at least at the time of right now, is planned for 2 hours. And during these 2 hours, I will present Groove for you. During these 2 hours, I will give live demos and I will even talk about the upgrades. So in other words, this isn't created for you. It's created for your prospects, your leads, and all of your potential members or even existing members. And you don't know how to talk to them. You don't know how to convince them to upgrade. You don't know how to tell them about all the great features about our community. That's what this webinar is designed to do for you. Okay, so in hindsight, what this means is that everything is designed for you to help you to promote Groove, to help you get more signups, and to help you get more upgrades. So let's put this into perspective, okay? Obviously, everyone who's watching this right now, if you're watching us live, maybe you're watching us on the replay, and maybe you're able to assess your account right now, this obviously means that you already have your account. Okay, so not to be confused with me, let's say, trying to sign you up right here and now, because again, this is more of our private community, right? So this means that everyone who is watching right now, you should already be a member of Groove Funnels. This means that everything that we are doing, we're doing to help you as an affiliate. We're using to help you to sign up more people, whether it's on the free side or to get them to upgrade. So with that said, in the spirit of Thanksgiving, even though not a global holiday, but being a part of the Groove community, yes, in fact, we are very heavily US influenced, right? So I'm sure you'll agree. In the spirit of giving thanks for Thanksgiving, let's practice gratitude, shall we? The Groove team, as well as myself, we've been working very hard for over the past 2 weeks in making sure that this particular initiative is able to help you as much as we can. So much so that I kind of worked myself into not being 100%. I'm kind of sick. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. I don't know if you can see it on my face, but I've actually been down for the past several days. And even though I've been working behind the scenes, I haven't gone onto these Groove at any time for the last few days. Rest assured that a lot of processes have been put in place to ensure that we continue this entire funnel for you as much as possible. A lot of it are not necessarily ready for prime time yet. I got onto another call, a quick call yesterday, my time, with Donna Fox, actually your time as well now, because everybody's Wednesday now, but I got onto another call with her, and we have been talking about working additional things, working on additional projects and initiatives to improve this webinar process for you even more. So rest assured that there is a lot of hard work that is being put behind the scenes, even though we're not ready to be in front of you making those announcements just yet. And because, if necessary, we will still continue to make changes. We will still continue to make improvements. If, let's say, there are certain things that you're not comfortable with, if there are certain things that you're sensitive about, if there are certain things that doesn't make you happy, sure, we're always open to hearing feedback. We're also open to suggestions. We're always open to making suggestions. But here's the thing. There's a lot of things that we continue to work for you that a lot of times we cannot focus on small things. There are big changes that we want to make. In fact, there are so many things that we're doing right now that a few months ago were in talks about making this an official service where we would charge you for it, or maybe it would be something that will work with the hybrid system or the affiliate program. But right now, everything is being offered for free, and we didn't charge, and we're not using the hybrid system, and we're still volunteering what we could be using our time to be doing on other pressing issues, on other urgent projects and things like that. But we decided to focus a lot of my manpower, our manpower, not just me anymore. We're actually incorporating and asking the help now, extending our hand and ask for the help of many other people within the Groove team. So there's a lot of things that we need to be grateful for when it comes to the Groove community as a whole. So if for whatever reason you're not happy about something, or if for whatever reason you want some things to change, maybe the webinar, you want it to be shorter, or maybe you want it to be longer, you want the process to be a little bit different. Previously, we didn't have the affiliate link, and now we do. But whatever process in terms of wanting to ask for suggestions, again, we're more than happy to improve over the path of the process. That's what we do. We want to make things bigger and better than ever. For me personally, I also always strive for improvement. But here's the thing. It is not necessary for you to bash, for lack of better terms, on the process. It's not necessary for us to complain about people behind it, especially when all we are trying to do is to help. Okay, so it's very important for us to practice this gratitude that we're talking about, especially during Thanksgiving, when all of us are doing as much as we can to want to help you as much as possible. It is especially important for us to, as a community, appreciate everything that is going on. And that's not just talking about the webinar. That's just not just talking about the affiliate program. I'm talking about, let's say, for example, David Lemon every single day is going above and beyond. And of course, he has his own time zone, and he has his own things going on. He has his own life, and yet he still plans every single day to improve content for us. I'm just repeating what I see in the comments. There are people who are asking David if he can go on at different times. If what he's doing can be changed because, oh, it doesn't work well for wherever you happen in the world. Again, if you want it, you'll find a way. If you don't want it, you'll find an excuse. And if this is something that you really want to participate in, it doesn't matter if it's 2 a.m., it doesn't matter if it's 5 a.m., it doesn't matter if it's I have to stay up until maybe 4 a.m. today, and by 7 a.m. I need to prepare for a webinar that I need to conduct for 2 hours at 9 a.m. If you want it, you'll find a way. Only if you don't want it, you will find an excuse. I will still continue to do it because I made the commitment to you. I made the commitment for success. So that's why it is so important for us to make sure that we are grateful. I am doing this for the community because I am grateful for what Groove has done for all of us. So let's make sure that we shift our mindsets. Let's make sure that we ensure that we want to contribute and be that person to contribute to each other as much as possible. And yes, speaking of contributions, if you share with me the vision, if you share with the Groove powers that be, that we want to do this webinar to ensure that we help as much people as we can, and you want to be a part of this process, you want to be a part of the team, you want to be a part of this vision, well, reach out to me, because we absolutely would appreciate you as well being a part of everything that we're doing. This is only our second week. And it's not every day in every situation that I'm able to get resources from within the Groove team to ensure that we can do the best possible job. And so if you are a part of our community, you also want to help, please reach out to me. Let me know that you want to help. Let me know that you want to be a part of it. And together, let's change people's lives. But keep in mind, this is absolutely something that is 100% voluntary, at least for now. What do I mean? It means that you need to come in with the best possible intention, with nothing in expectation in return. Why? Because as you know, when even I do all these Groove at any time, right? Yes, I share with you different resources. I share with you links. I share with you, let's say, redirects. I share with you different things that we might be doing. I share with you all the different resources. But you should know, again, all of you who are watching this right now, you should already have an account, which means that I'm not trying to sell you, and you should know that. I'm not trying to steal your affiliates, and you should know that. In fact, I'm not trying to take advantage of anything or anyone. Nobody as part of the Groove team is trying to take advantage of you. In fact, quite the opposite. We're all trying to help you, and you should know that as well. So if you're, on the fence, you don't know whether or not you want to use this as your platform, you don't know whether or not you want to use this as a way to leverage on the resources on the webinar or for whatever else, because you think that other people have other intentions in mind, just know that not everybody is like that. Not everybody has evil intentions. Maybe some people do. Actually, a lot of people do. I know many of them. Unfortunately, I was on the receiving end of that, but just know that not everybody is like that. And if you somehow have your guards up and you think that that's a reason for you to not use any one of the resources that we have for you, then it is your loss. However, if you're on the opposite of that spectrum, you know that we are here to help one another, and you want to, as much as possible, be a part of that community that does help people, okay? Then we welcome you into our sub community within Groove so that we can do what we can to help one another. We're all working very hard, and we will continue to work hard for the next foreseeable, next several weeks, even next several months, as we continue to improve things. We're gonna work hard to make this happen, to offer this as a service to you, which, as you know, is free. Okay, it is free with no expectation of anything in return. I don't even have time for my other projects anymore. I don't even have time to promote affiliates, whether it's for Groove or anything else. I don't even have time to promote my own businesses anymore. So you should know that everything that I am doing is also geared towards helping you. Okay, so whether you appreciate that or not, in the spirit of Thanksgiving, again, let's be kind, let's be grateful, give thanks to the team at Groove for helping us out. and let's try to change our mindsets. I know 2020 has been a huge influence, whether it's about the pandemic, whether it's about, the elections, whether it's about putting on masks. There's a lot of influence of people just insulting each other, people complaining and bickering and bashing one another. This is Groove, and what I want to do is make sure that you use Groove as a place for you to escape all of that, and not use this as a place, as yet another platform where you can continue the bickering, the bashing, and the for lack of better terms, the hating and the trolling, because other people are doing it anyway. Let's use this as a way for us to escape. Let's for us make this as a place for us to be a different world for all of us to escape into, so we can avoid all the noises outside and realize that for those of us who are wanting to help you out, who are wanting to create all these new resources for you, we are legitimately doing this for the greater good of the community without any other intentions in mind. Okay, so once again, if you share these visions as well, please reach out to me. Let me know that you're going to be a big part of, you want to be a big part of it, because this will be a big part of what we want to do for the remaining of 2020, as well as when we ring in 2021, it will be a huge part of the community as well. Okay, so with all of that, I know I've been talking up a storm, and I'm scrolling up to many different types of responses that we have been seeing, and I'm trying to see where we last left off so that we can actually start saying hi to more of you. Okay, Jessica is saying, hey Steven, good to see you watching live. Darcy is saying, be on live in 10 hours. Yes, in 10 hours time. I mean, I'm trusting you, Darcy, on the math for that, for Mike Filsaime's Groove Digital State of the Groovion, because Mike sometimes goes rogue. Yes, he does, as evident multiple times as we saw and witnessed during the Groovathon, and less out more than expected, and it might not be on replay. Yes, keep in mind, we can't ever guarantee that we will have replays. We also cannot guarantee that technology will be on our side as well. So make sure, if possible, watch us live. Make no excuses, and let's do it. Steven says live webinar will be 4 a.m. my time, which is your time. Wow, it's going to be very early for you, but definitely worth it if you can take a nap beforehand and just make sure that you're up for it. Never disappointed. You're top notch. Thank you very much. I presume you're talking about me. Mark is saying never disappointed when you're on. Thank you very much, Mark, for sharing that with us as well. Darcy is saying it's going to be at 5 p.m. Pacific, a perfect time to be in the US, especially for the State of the Groovion. And then we also have Darcy, who is saying time.is is a great site for converting multiple time zones. We have a Facebook user. If any one of you inside of our community who is watching right now can help us out, a Facebook user is asking, where will we get the link to join? I'm presuming you're asking about the State of the Groovion. If you can help us out by finding the link to the actual State of the Groovion registration, it should be either in your email. It's also within the Facebook group, although we can't guarantee that this person is within our Facebook community. So if in fact you are not within our Facebook group, we encourage you to do so. If you are and you have the link, please share it with us right now so that we can share with anybody who doesn't have the link how to actually get registered. Jessica is saying no need to cry. You have your own fans. Yes, maybe one or two of them. Maybe you're one of them, so that leaves room for one more. Thank you very much, Jessica, for humoring me. Umar is saying excited. Deborah is saying awesome. Anthony is saying hello from Perth, 4:09 p.m. Anthony is also usually on live at some of my own live shows as well, so it's great to see you in multiple live shows. Darcy is saying sign in to streamyard.com/Facebook so that we can see you when you post. And this goes for anybody who is watching us right now and any one of the hosts who might be doing a show on StreamYard. Yes, we need to see your name if possible. That would be absolutely awesome. Jessica is saying let's practice gratitude. Darcy is saying I'm excited. US holiday helps remind the world to be grateful. Blessings come to all in gratitude. I think that we're not going to get into it I can go on for hours and hours if I wanted to, but this is not neither the time nor the place. I think all of us, the entire world, our society as a whole, in the entire globe, I believe, because I see things from all my friends from all around the world, we should all really practice in becoming grateful and knowing that everything is a blessing. Steven is saying this level of generosity from Simon and the Groove team is unprecedented in my opinion. Thank you very much. And I concur and I agree that the Groove team, especially the powers that be, they really, and I use that term loosely, the powers that be, they probably don't like that expression, but you know what I'm talking about. The executives, the co-founders, the leaders of this company, they do what they can. They bend over backwards to make sure that you, as our members, we have your best interest in mind. So we definitely owe them huge gratitude, which should not be expressed simply during around the time of Thanksgiving. Jessica is saying Simon has been soldiering on despite being sick for the past few days. Thank you very much, Jessica, for that acknowledgement. And yes, so if for those of you who are wondering, you've been messaging me perhaps, or maybe you have sent me some things, or maybe you sent me a friend request, or maybe you commented on some of my posts, and I have not been responding. I actually have not been online for a good part of the last several days. I've been doing these live streams maybe once or twice, and after that, I'm pretty much offline. Whenever I can, I do work on the projects, and if necessary, I get on a call, maybe on a chat with Donna or some other members of the Groove team to get things done. But after that, I'm usually just not connected to the internet. I might just be working on the PowerPoint presentation or working on processes or the funnels or whatever else, doing mock-ups for things that are not yet ready to be announced. But yeah, I have not really been up for communication or interaction or just being social in general. So if somehow I missed a friend request, a message, or any types of communication from you in the last few days, send me another message, follow up, because right now I just checked, I have dozens and dozens of pending messages. I'm probably not going to get into anyone whom I may have missed, but if you send me a new one, I will more than likely start checking the newer messages. So if it's urgent, if it's something that you want to get in touch with me, please do so. That would be the best way, especially if you want to reach out about being a part of our community, about helping out with the webinars or whatever side projects that we have going on. We definitely want to make sure we set up those teams as soon as possible. Darcy is saying, I love Donna Fox. I believe we have thousands upon thousands of other fellow Groovesters in our community right now who absolutely agree with you. We got Pan Kaj, who is joining us from India, 1:42 p.m., otherwise known as 13:42 in other parts of the world. Thank you very much for joining us. And then we have Jessica, who says, always strive for improvements. And Darcy is saying, #truth. I've woken odd hours to be on lives to get my questions asked. Otherwise, I catch replays. So very good. It's always a great opportunity for us to obviously get in touch with fellow members of the Groove team, especially in the middle of the night, if possible, simply because that's just the way we roll, right? At any time. We got a Facebook user watching live from Dubai. Thank you very much for joining us all the way from Dubai. We got Jessica saying ditto, LOL. Deborah saying, oh, cool. Yes, just stumbled across this live broadcast. I was looking at the 5 a.m. training. Now, from Simon's words, I will be getting up to watch it. I will also be up at 2 a.m. to be watching this training as well. So not this training, but this Groovion. So it's going to be absolutely very exciting. To all of our friends who are watching us from Facebook and we cannot see your name, please go to streamyard.com/Facebook so that we can see who you are. Or if for whatever reason it's not working, put in parentheses your name so that I can address you by your name instead of just Facebook user. That would be awesome. Darcy is saying my old computer not keeping up. I have to hop off. I'm looking forward to my incoming Groove affiliate commissions, which will enable me to get a new computer this weekend. Thank you for joining us, Darcy. It is getting late where you are, so make sure that you get a good night's rest. And for those of you who also want to get your affiliate commissions up and running, get even more, that's what these webinars are for. Okay, so make sure that you get on track with that. And I'll show you more about, or I'll tell you more about how you can do that in just a moment. Together, let's change people's lives, says Jessica. We also have Jessica saying awesome, welcoming fellow members. Thank you for doing that. Mark is saying I'm grateful for the live trainings and also also the replays. Even after watching live, there is huge benefit in watching again to enable to absorb all the learning. I absolutely agree, and that's why for many of us who can't watch some of these sessions live, I still think that watching the replay will still be tremendously helpful. Steven, 2020 was meant to be perfect vision year for many. What a surprise. Glad Groove Funnels is here. As they say, everything happens for a reason. 2020 ended up being an ultimate test for many of us. And for all of us who are here at Groove Funnels, I believe it was definitely an angel that was set in motion even as far back as 2019, and even before that. All these things set into place for us to prepare for what was to come in 2020. And here we are. I believe now that we're in a much more better position, 2021 will be even better. And how would it be better? That's what we will learn all about in the State of the Groovion that Mike will be sharing with us very soon. Jessica is saying, I'm grateful to you as well as the entire Groove community, as we all should be as well. I'm in for great positivity. Thank you, Jeffrey. We are all in as well. Simon, stay hydrated. I've learned from even being on the Groove Card Challenge that live streaming is dehydrating, being in front of the camera, lights, and talking. Yes, I will definitely do that. And one day I will find a nice transition to be able to be on the live stream and be able to pause and have a drink of water all at the same time without having these stops. The Groovathon was very easy because we had people who were coming in. We have different videos that we were showing in, and we had interviews with other people who were talking. And then we had those, Mike Filsaime Groovathon videos that played every single hour or every single 2 hours. That made it a lot easier to be able to take short breaks. Now we can't really do that. And so I'm sure, yes, Darcy, you know exactly what we're talking about. I got a really big ring light right there. I got a small light that you can see right here. And these babies end up actually get up, they do get up very hot. And so once these things start shining on you, the temperature starts going up. I don't know if you can see it. Sometimes I start to sweat. Sometimes, I start to, think about different things. I don't want to call it delirious. I hope it isn't delirium, but of course it does start to make you lose your train of thought here once in a while. So that's why sometimes I ramble on and on. And looking at your comments and all these things is a great distraction as well, because it allows me to talk to you. So thank you very much, Darcy, for that particular reminder. I will be sure to do so. Deborah says, thank you. Grateful for your time and passion. Anthony says, you are correct. We need more people, not like me, but for anybody who have that positive mindset to be a giver, to keep giving. We need more people like this. I think we have a lot of people like that in this Groove community already. It just so happens, and I believe that there's so many people out there in the world, such a small percentage of people are those kinds of people, and lucky for us, all those people just happen to be right here within the Groove community. So huge reasons to be grateful, and more the reasons for us to stop making excuses to not take action, more reasons for us to stop complaining. All these people on the team are just going above and beyond for us already. Why take that opportunity to bring other people down just so that you can feel better about yourself, right? So I absolutely agree. We need more people to step up. If that's the kind of person that you're already a leader, you're already a giver, please step up and let yourself be known. Be a part of our vision, be a part of our journey and everything that we're doing. And this is the way that we are going to continue to make ourselves and the community even greater than ever. Abul is saying, okay, fine. Okay. So I'm sure you didn't mean it like that, but that's, it just sounded funny coming out. Okay, fine. Mark is saying constructive feedback is helpful. Negative comments leads to negative introspection and damages our mindset. Stay positive if you want to succeed. Yes, absolutely. We're always open for feedback. That's why from day one, I've always asked for comments. I've asked for feedback. I said, what do you think? We want your thoughts, right? We always want to improve, but there is a huge difference between being constructive and just being blatantly complaining and whiny, right? And so negative comments, it leads to negative connotations and everything along those lines. I mean, it's bad for the person who is being negative. It's bad for the community, but not everyone also, I would say, is strong enough to take negativity as well. I personally know a lot of leaders, a lot of people who had value, a lot of people who really legitimately wanted to give. They couldn't handle it. They had to give up just because their positive intentions were taken the wrong way. People started to complain. People started to give them, negative feelings, and they just couldn't handle it. And because people do that, we lost great leaders. We lost people who are, good trainers. We lost people who had the legitimate passion to help other people. And it's all because a few people don't know how to communicate. They don't know how to interact. They don't know how to express their emotions or whatever else, and whatever it is that they said just came out to be complaining or whiny, and that's not the community that we want. Okay, and I know there are certain people who are just like that. We cannot control who you are. We cannot control other people, but just so that you know, when you do that, or when other people do that within their community, it basically just contributes to nothing else except negativity. So as part of this community, we don't just want to help you make money. We don't just want to help you be successful in your business. We also want to help you be successful in life, to have some personal development, to know that whatever you say, to realize whatever you do have impact on other people. Take a step back. If you have a family, maybe let's say you want your parents to be proud of you. Let's say you want your kid or your kids to be proud of you. Ask yourself if what you just said to other people is something that you want your kids to copy. Ask yourself, is what I just did something, if what I just did something that would make my parents proud of me, my family proud of me? Then if the answer is yes, then those are the things that you should be doing. Don't be somebody who just wants to try and become a tattletale. Don't just be somebody who wants to complain and bring other people down for the purpose of you making yourself feel better or for whatever else. Just know that when all comes to shove, we need to be people who are constructive, and we need to be people who are productive and do things that are in for the greater good for everyone else other than just yourself. Because it's not all just about you. It's all about what everybody collectively are able to do with one another. If you're able to come up with suggestions or improvements, you have comments for suggestions, then provide them. Let's all work on it together. There are right ways and wrong ways of communicating. And I think we all know what the right ways and the wrong ways are. At least I hope we know. And let's all just be a little bit more mindful of knowing what those are and doing what is right. Prakash is saying, I'm not getting one thing when I build Groove pages, how to connect other pages when someone click on button, how to navigate user to other page or next page. If you have questions, and that's not really just one thing, Prakash, I think that is actually a series of a few things. You just simply need to learn more about the entire system as a whole. The right resource for you to learn more about using the Groove Pages product, as well as anything else, if you take a look at the ticker that is happening right below me right now, okay, you will see resources to a couple of pages. You will see our group, which is the place where you can ask questions. You will see Contact Help Desk, which is our customer support place where you're able to ask specific questions like the one that you're asking right now, where people can help you with what you need As well, you can join the live tutorials as well as Q&As with David Lemon, as well as other members of the Groove team, where they can actually help you with those processes as well. Okay, so ensure that you know where exactly you should go in order to find different answers to the questions that you have, because if you have one question about this for Groove pages, I think you would have a lot more questions in regards to Groove pages as well as a lot of other products, simply because these are just a lot of the fundamentals that you would need to understand. Okay, so very cool. Please go ahead and follow the links that you see in the ticker right below this particular stream and go there to find your answers. We have a Facebook user join us from Germany. Good to see you. Umar is saying Darcy seems more excited. Haha, all of us should be very excited because there are a ton of huge announcements that are coming up, which all of them are very exciting indeed. Darcy is saying 5 p.m. Pacific is Simon's second stream today. Is it? I don't know. I lose count. 10 a.m. Pacific is State of the Groovion. Here is the registration link. Thank you very much for sharing with us the State of the Groovion. Unfortunately, this is a long link, so maybe you're just gonna have to come back and watch the replay if you want to pause or just take a screenshot of the particular link right now so that you can type that into your particular browser, or if you happen to be where Darcy is sharing it inside of Facebook, whether it's a page or one of our groups, wherever else, maybe you can then go ahead and click on that link or whatnot. However, that is the link. That is where you will go in order for you to register for the State of the Grooving. So we highly, highly encourage that you do that as well. Darcy is saying, I love, love, love Groove and the whole Groove community. I'm sure many people do as well. Thank you for sharing your love all here with us. We also have Jessica saying, thank you, Darcy. You beat me to finding it. Yay. George Williams saying, good morning. 3:30 a.m. You are up very early, sir, in Charleston, South Carolina. That's why I shouldn't be complaining when it's 2 a.m. my time for the State of the Groovion, and that's why many of us in Southeast Asia or Australia or similar time zones also shouldn't be complaining when other things are happening in the middle of the day in US time, which is the middle of the night in the US in our time, because whenever we have things in the middle of the day, our time, we also have friends in the US who are joining us in the middle of the day as well, in the middle of the night as well. And so really, none of us should be complaining, right? Jessica is saying 5 a.m. for me in Sydney. I'm presuming that you will be there. Jessica is usually doing a good job whenever we have things going on at various hours. She is always there. Jerry Chen, one of our VIP guests from the Groovathon. If you remember him, in fact, Mr. Jerry is one of the special guests I want to plan on having on this Groove at Anytime show, because he is an expert in anything when it comes to affiliate marketing, multi-tier affiliate marketing, and he also has a lot of MLM/network marketing experience where he invites people to live seminars and online webinars as well. So if you want Jerry to share his tips with us on how to invite people to our Groove webinars and invite people to our live events and help you to get more prospects and more leads, let's say yes, Jerry, inside of the comments, so that we can twist his arm virtually, of course, to do one of these Groove at Anytime sessions with us and share his tips as well. He's saying that his name is Bond, James Bond. I actually think that your name is Chen, Jerry Chen, but maybe it is your alternate persona or something else. I don't know. We all have, our fantasies of who we want to be. And I don't know if you were James Bond 007 for Halloween, but you missed the boats on that one if you were not. Jessica saying, hey, Mark, totally agree. You are in London, my birthplace, saying hi to all of our friends as well. Jessica saying the complaint department is closed. Yes, but it doesn't stop people from complaining. Darcy, I thought you were going to sleep, but apparently she is still here, can't bear to get away. She says at the start of each live stream, come up with a code word to remind you to drink water and drink every time you say it, or remind people to hashtag that word to you to remind you to drink water. Water fuels your brain and body and is the fountain of youth. Thank you very much, Darcy, for that tip, or those tips and the reminder. Facebook user is saying Jerry Chen. No, your name is Jerry Chen, or Jerry Chen. I like that a little bit better, but thank you for sharing. Typo, Mark, not but hey, Mark. Hey, Mark in London. Yes, stay positive. Great advice. We have Les. It's great to be a member of the Groove community. Can't wait to use the resources and put the training into action and make some big money. Simon, I agree with what you say. Let's give thanks for all the efforts from the developing and training team. I'm in Houston, Texas. Anybody else from Houston? If you're from Texas or if you're in the same, same general area in Texas, let Les know so that he can connect with you. Jessica is saying whatever you say or do has an impact on others. Does it make your kids, parents, and others proud? That is the question, right? And so hopefully this is something that we should be doing. Okay, Darcy, I'm gonna call you mom from now on. She is reminding me to drink water. I guess this I should take a hint. Okay, so 3 seconds. I should probably buffer another second for swallowing, but thank you very much, Darcy, for that reminder. Mom, I will call you. She's gonna tell me to drink water in every live stream now. Awesome. Heba is in the training you're offering worth thousands of dollars. Thank you very much for that. Wow, there are so many comments coming in. I'm just scrolling and I am losing my spots. Okay, it says Heba is saying the training. Oh, we saw that already. Jessica is saying, hey Les, welcome. Do you want to be Simon's official water girl? Talking to Darcy. That would be awesome. And then Jessica is saying, hey, George Williams, wow, 3:30 a.m. The other side of the world say yes. I'm saying yes. From Jerry, they want to see you. We finally got to that. And then Deborah is saying yes to Jerry. This is amazing. Jerry Steven is saying yes. You can see, I guess, Jerry Chen. Jerry Chen. This is your call, and this is your confirmation that people want to hear from you. They want to learn from you again. The 3 or 4 sessions that you joined with us on the Groovathon is absolutely not enough. So let's get together, Mr. Jerry, either sometime this week or next week. I know it's a long weekend for all of you in the US. You might be taking a long holiday as well, Mr. Jerry, but whenever possible, let's go ahead and connect and get you back onto this show, because people want to, as Jessica says, see you live. Still thinking about your presentation on social capital. On social capital, that was the show that Jerry did on my show, on my channel, and my own pages. So if you're interested to learn more about that, definitely connect with Jerry, because he is the king when it comes to social capital. And we're probably going to do more on that as well. George is saying we should be quick to listen and slow to speak as well as to judge. Yes, absolutely. Comment filter. 1, does this need to be said? 2, does this need to be said by me? And 3, does this need to be said by me now? And also, I would add, does it need to be said in this way, in this form? Because a lot of us, we also need to know how to, I don't know, it depends on you. Some people say, I don't want to, sprinkle whatever. I don't remember the terminology. I don't want to sprinkle the things or sugarcoat or whatever else. I just want to be direct. Sometimes it's good to be direct, but other times it's not, especially when you're in a professional environment, especially when you're trying to upkeep and become a leader. You don't want to be the person who is just a shooter, right? You don't want to just be somebody who is a loose cannon. You don't want to be somebody who is known for just thinking or not thinking and just saying things without thinking first, and people will just never know what is going to come out of your mouth. They don't know when they should censor you and when they shouldn't censor you. They would never know when something you say is appropriate or PG-13 or G-rated friendly, right? You want to be that person that is always going to be as mature, handle things as professionally and as rationally as possible. And so George comes up with some great points. Be quick to listen, but slow to speak. Think about it before you even say in the first place. Does it need to come from you? Does it need to be coming from you now? Does it even need to be said in general? If the answer is no, and there will be repercussions, or there will be consequences, or there will be different things that don't ultimately work out too well. If it's being said right now, then of course, that is something that we all need to think about as well. In the end, we don't just want to create the best possible environment for everybody. We also want to make sure that we prevent any possible negativity as well. I know it's a lot of work. I know it's a lot to think about. I know it's a lot easier to just start throwing insults and start throwing tantrums like what many people are doing these days, right? But if it's easy, of course, then everybody would do it. If making money was easy, if being successful was easy, if being professional and mature, and that all that was easy, then everybody would do that as well. The key here is to be unique, to differentiate yourself, to ensure that you're somebody that everybody can trust, know, and like. And in the end, I believe it all starts with you listening to yourself and knowing what it is that you need to do. Jerry is saying, I will do the right thing. Jessica is asking about Jerry's back because he mentioned that he did hurt it. I think it was a few weeks ago on his holiday. Jessica is saying, totally agree with George. Deborah is saying, direct doesn't need to be hurtful. Direct can be positive and constructive. Yes, it can be if you know the right words, if you know the right platforms to go through. And of course, if you ultimately just have the positive intentions, right? It all boils down to your intentions. If you want to be hurtful, if you want to get somebody in trouble, if you want to complain, that's what it's going to sound like. If you're going to be professional, you want to be positive, you're going to be constructive, I don't think anything you say, if you have those intentions, would come out as hurtful unless it's just a mistake or whatever else. But usually we'll be very careful with our words, we'll be careful with the approach, and everything will be all fine and dandy, as they say. Deborah, yes, thank you for sharing that. Jessica is saying, George, please post your words of wisdom in our private mastermind. Thank you for that tip. Jessica is also saying, be unique, differentiate yourself as well. Very cool. So again, if you want to be a part of our Groovement, reach out to me and we will absolutely do that. As you can see, I do spend quite a lot of time just interacting with you, answering your questions if you have any, because that's the kind of community that we have. This is not just a monologue. It's not a one-way show. Yes, we do have different things that we want to share, and maybe sometimes we would have a main topic. But as you can see, how you feel, your feedback, your comments, whether they're constructive, whether they're negative, whether they're insulting, I still manage to highlight you, I still manage to feature you, and I still manage to interact with you and talk to you, at least when you're live, right? So you can see the transparency that we have. And so if this is the part of community that you want to be a part of, absolutely, we want you to join us as well, because there are so many things that we want to do, so much in terms of bigger visions. We can't do it alone. And if you have your own vision, also know that you are not alone. Let's do this together. Okay, so in conclusion, now, as we wrap up, and if you have anything else to say, as we say, speak now or forever hold your peace. Put them down in the comments right now, because right after this, we're going to go one last round to you, and then we're going to call it a day. Yes, this is going to be a short week. However, it's going to be a busy week. It's Wednesday. Usually it's the middle of the week. Usually we're only halfway through, but in this case, it is the end of the week for many people, at least when it comes to the working week. However, for me, I will personally continue to work through the long weekend, which means that if you want to communicate with me, if I'm okay to start respond to messages and comments again, yes, I will be accessible. Okay, so if you have anything that you want to reach out to me about, you want to talk, you want to leave some comments or whatever else, I will be accessible. So yes, I will continue to work through this long weekend, but at the end, also know what's important for you. You can choose also to work, maybe not the entire time, maybe once or twice here and there, but don't forget to spend time with your loved ones as much as you can, if possible. I know that not everybody can travel right now. Not everybody can be with their loved ones. In fact, not everybody can even leave their house. For me, I am also on semi-lockdowns, which means that I'm not even supposed to be leaving my house. Sometimes we do. We go out for walks around the complex. And if we can go out for necessities, we do that as well. But for most of us, we can't necessarily do that. But for as much as possible, whether it's live in person or whether it's through Skype or whether it's through Zoom or whatever it is that you use, make sure that you do spend some time with your loved ones. We're all working hard, right? Aren't we? We're all working hard because of them. We're all working hard, as a matter of fact, for them. We're all working hard because we want to provide them, as well as ourselves collectively, your family, your loved ones, the life that you know we all deserve. And so with all of that, please, please, please do not forget what is important in your life. Please don't forget to spend time with them. Please don't forget to be a good role model. Please don't forget to be grateful, be appreciative, be thankful, because if you are thankful, you're grateful, other people, especially in your family, they will see that coming from you. And that is the best possible way for you to show your love. That's the best possible way for you to show that you appreciate them, and the best possible way for them to appreciate you. Know that you're always being watched. And whether you're in this community, whether you're doing this for yourself or for your family, know that your actions, what you say, what you do, your beliefs, your visions, and everything that you work for, everything that you live for, they are being watched. Would you be proud to let that be a representation of who you are? Would you be proud of your actions? If, let's say, your little ones want to copy you, they look up to you and you are their role models and they want to do exactly what you're doing, would you be proud if they become a clone of you? The things that you say, the things that you do, whether or not you're grateful, whether you're counting your blessings and you're thankful for everything that we have in this community, or if instead of being positive, you're being negative, is that what you want your kids or your family or your brothers and your sisters and your cousins and your aunties and uncles, is that what you want them to see in you? A lot of times, knowing the difference between right and wrong can be as simple as that. Know who's the most important in your life and know that you want to represent yourself, be that role model for that person, and think about whether or not you want this person to copy what you're doing, right? And so with all of that, I believe all of our blessings, whether it's now or in the future, your success, your leadership, how far you'll be able to go, it all boils down back to your gratitude. If you're not even grateful for what you have right now, then what's gonna stop you from always wanting more? Here's the thing. It's great for all of us to have goals. Yes, we should all have objectives. But ultimately, we also need to become good people with positive intentions, to be able to want to help other people, to want to be grateful for what we have already. This is the place to do it. Groove is the only place, and I have been a part of a lot of communities in the past and the present, and probably will in the future as well. And I will tell you, the Groove community is the place for you to share that positivity if you wanted to. This is not a competition ground. Just because we have one person who is sharing their affiliate link or wanting to help other people, or maybe mistakenly, sharing too much, letting the cat out of the bag too early here and there, it doesn't mean that everybody is against you. It doesn't mean that you should treat everything like a competition. Yes, outside in this world, it's a dog-eat-dog world, but right here in Groove, I like to see this as a place where we can escape all of that. Escape the competition. Escape the dog-eat-dog world. Escape all the negativity. Just use this as a place to legitimately, authentically help each other. Okay? And again, that just starts with you being grateful. Be grateful with what you already have. Be grateful that you have a house, you have a roof under your head. Be grateful that you have food on your table. Be grateful for whatever it is that you have been able to do, and be grateful for the opportunity to do more and even become better than ever. Okay, so I say that again, this is the place, the Groove community. That's what it's all about. Practice your gratitude, practice your positivity, practice your true intentions to help one another. Because in lack of better terms, if for whatever reason, anything that I just said right? You don't have the intention to help other people. You're not positive. You like to complain. You like to whine. You like to complain about other people. You like to get other people in trouble. You think that the entire world is against you. You think that is every man or woman for himself or herself, and that if you don't do anything to fetch for what you are due, that everyone else will snatch it away from you. Then I would probably say you're not ready for this community yet, because this community is the exact opposite. And the more that you're here, the more that you give, the longer that you're here, you will realize that anybody who is anybody, they have nothing but the best intentions to help you. They have nothing but the best intentions to want to make sure that everybody becomes successful. That's why we have these webinars. That's why we created all these processes and all these Groove Anytime trainings to help you with your process to continue to improve. That's why at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will have our State of the Groovion by Mike Filsaime, the CEO and co-founder of the company, who himself personally will be communicating these announcements for you. He could have very easily asked Donna to do it. He could have very easily asked David Lemon to do it. He could have very easily asked anybody else to do it. But he is personally spending his time to do it because we encourage personal incentives, personal involvement, personal encouragement, all the way from the top. And all of us are here because we mutually see that vision. And so if this fits into you and fits into your vision and fits into what you want to do, then you are more than welcome to be a part of it. Be a part of even my journeys, my smaller communities, to help other people. In fact, again, reach out to me if you want to do that. But in the end, whether or not you even fit in, well, that is ultimately up to you. Okay, so with that, it is all that I have in terms of content. It is all in terms of what I have in terms of my encouragement and motivation for you to join us today on our double header today. If you somehow missed this session and you want to see it in its entirety, please be sure to check out the replay so that you can see the entire thing as well, along with a whole bunch of amazing comments that we have as engagement with the rest of our team. All right, and then here we are trying to continue where we left off. Jessica is saying, be unique, differentiate yourself. Yes, are you somebody that people can know, like, and trust? Anthony is saying, must be a reason I am up at nearly 3 a.m. and I as well will be up at 3 a.m. my time as well, because that will be right smack in the middle of the State of the Groovion with Mike Filsaime, which all of us should be watching. Everything happens for a reason. There is always a reason for all of us to be here and awake and alive and watching whatever is on the Groove channels, right? And so this absolutely is our reason as well. Steven is saying, cheers, thanks, Groove at any time. Appreciate the shout out. We've got positive, friendly, and like-minded people in the Groove community. So grateful for you. Thank you very much. Deborah is saying, thank you. Appreciate your words of encouragement. Catch you tomorrow, Australian time. Yes, absolutely. Let's do that. Jessica says, don't forget to spend time with your loved ones. Reminder to be grateful, be thankful, appreciative, count your blessings. You are being watched and you are a role model. So be a force of good. We have another Facebook user asking questions again about different things that shouldn't be asked right now. And if you want to be, if you want help, we have a ticker all the way at the bottom that you can check out for a Groove member. If you want things to work properly, then of course you can always ask nicely. I would encourage you to ask nicely, instead of saying things like, there are lots of bugs, it's not working, and all those things. That is exactly the kind of negativity, excuse me for being blunt, but that's exactly the kind of thing that we want to avoid in this community. Remember, everything is being offered to you in terms of support. All the Q&As, our time with you is being offered for free. The very least that all of us can do is to be nice. As you can see, for me, I am very transparent. I'm not going to see something that is not nice, something that is mean, something that shouldn't be appropriate, and ignore it completely. I will still feature it, but at the same time, I want this to be a learning lesson for all of us. Let's make sure As Andrew says, spoken words can never be taken back. That is absolutely true. And so that is an indication of why words are so important. So if you need help, ask for help, ask nicely. If you want suggestions or if you have comments, use the appropriate channels. Ask nicely. Let's work together to improve, right? Not being somebody who wants to complain and whine, not approaching things negatively. All these things is about being grateful and having the right attitude. This is what we're all about in this community. Jessica says, I am grateful for everything in my life and everybody as well, especially you. Thank you very much. The Groove community is a place for sharing positivity. Yes. Gratitude. Yes. And to help one another. Yes, absolutely. Especially being positive and grateful. A lot of us need to practice more of that. Make sure you have the right intentions. We have Profula saying, thank you very much for your wonderful work, everyone. And this includes everybody in the Groove community. Thank you just for being here. Javier is saying, thanks for your words, Simon. It's important we don't forget gratitude. Yes, and especially during the time of Thanksgiving. It's unfortunate we only get reminded this once a year. It's something that I would really, really want the entire Groove community, not the entire world, because we cannot control what other people think and how they feel and what they say. But at the very least, right here internally within our private Groove community, let's make gratitude something that we just practice all year round. Why not, right? Because all year round, the Groove community, as well as the team, they continue to share so much positivity with us, make so much in terms of progress and everything else. Need to make sure that we are showing our thanks to them. Tara is saying, I will have to check out the replay. Please do. We will make sure that it is worth your time. Thanks again. Always inspirational. Thank you very much. Tim is saying, practice gratitude, practice positivity, practice true intentions to help others. Yes, everything happens for a reason, says Jessica. We have Gail saying, yes, gratitude is always big time on the top of the list. Transparency, and let's work together to be the best version of ourselves and transform the world. And on that note, let's be sure that we continue to spread that positivity, continue to do whatever it is that we can, because this is the time. We're very close to just a few days away to 4 weeks left in 2021, which means that there is so little time left for us in this year. But let's not let the year just be our restriction, our limitation to what we can do. Yes, today is the very last Groovathon. You can tell I'm going on too long and I'm not thinking straight anymore. The last Groovion, the state of the Groovion that we have right here today at 8 p.m. Eastern time. But it doesn't mean that our announcement stopped there. It doesn't mean that our progress stops there. It doesn't mean that anything that we do come to an end. In fact, just like in the beginning, when I say the week or the weekend is just like any other day. The long weekend is just going to be any other day to me. I'm still going to continue to work when I need to. I'm still continue to hang out with my family when I want to, and just do whatever we need to on a day-to-day basis. Just the same, every single day, we still continue to work for you. We still should be improving every single day. The webinars will still continue to happen. I will still continue to create the processes, the funnels, work on the emails, work on the landing pages, do the sales copy and the everything in between. All those things, again, that we're not ready to announce simply because these are all things that we want to help improve your processes. We're not going to stop. Today is the last Wednesday of November. It's the last Wednesday before Thanksgiving and before Black Friday and before the end of the year, 4 weeks time, December, whatever else, right? We know that there are limitations in time when you think about it that way. But in reality, every day is the same. Every day should be the same. You should all continue to follow your dreams, continue to be grateful, continue to work towards your goals every single day, because this is what is important. Okay, so with all of that, we are going to continue with that. I will see you next when we are live on the State of the Groovion with Mike. And don't forget, be involved with everything that we're doing in terms of the live webinar. One thing that I did forget to share with you is our link to groovejv.com. If you want to get your affiliate link, make sure you go to groovejv.com and go to the affiliate link section as you normally would. And now what you're going to see is that we have a brand new Groove Funnels live webinar affiliate link for you. Use that link to invite as many people as you personally can to our webinar that is scheduled at 9 a.m. my time tomorrow, which is 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Wednesday night. Okay, so it's happening very, very soon on the exact same day that you're watching this right now. We're going to continue to do this for you. And this webinar is going to be amazing. I spent the last week making tweaks and improvements, and it's all geared towards helping you. So let's all be thankful. Let's all be grateful. And you don't need to thank me. You don't need to be grateful to me if you take action on it. You use it and you get your results. To me, that is my thanks. That is my reward for putting all this time, effort, and energy. So do us all a favor. Make sure that whatever it is that we do and we put in, you are using it to the best of your ability to get your own results. And when it helps you, it helps the community, it helps me, it helps the team, it helps the founders, it helps everybody, because we prove that the system works. So let's all go out there, make it awesome, and make sure that we are grateful for everything that is available. We did see some additional comments that are coming in. So let's just say all of this one last time. I always feel awkward saying bye when there are still some additional pending comments. So now's your opportunity. Gail is saying we should act as a springboard for each other, keep everybody's spirits as best as we can, and hold them up. Yes, we absolutely should. Thank you for sharing that. Umar is saying take care of yourself, take a proper nap. Your eyes seems unsleepy. I did just get out of bed not too long ago, which is why we're getting on at any time, just a little bit late. Jessica says, let's continue to spread more positivity. Anthony says, morning and night routine always start and end with gratitude. Yes, absolutely. Deborah is saying that is awesome. Jessica is saying take action, help you to help yourself, help everybody to help yourself. And yes, that all starts with you taking action. So with that, if you are joining us right here in this part of the world, have yourself a great evening. Have yourself a great night. If your date is just starting, like our friends in the US, make sure that you have a proper night's sleep. Have a good day. Have a good morning. Have a good afternoon. Have a good rest of the day, because today is the big day. Today is a special Wednesday. Let's make sure that we end it with a huge celebration together. All right. So until next time, we shall catch you on the flip side. Adios, amigos. See you later. Bye.